Very interesting story. 4 hotels in Cavan and Monaghan providing emergency beds for asylum seekers. Asylum seekers are being accommodated in hotels in Cavan and Monaghan because of a lack of suitable accommodation within the system. Following a query from Northern Sound News, the Department of Justice has confirmed that 4 hotels in Cavan and Monaghan are providing emergency beds. It says the Reception and Integration Agency has seen significant upward pressure on its accommodation portfolio due to increased number of people seeking international protection. 173 asylum seekers are being housed in local hotels on a short-term basis before they move to the Main Street accommodation system. The hotels continue to operate on a commercial basis. A department spokesperson said management is in close contact with RIA to ensure that any emergency needs are met. So there is one hotel in Toronto, in Canada, where refugees was housed in this hotel, and unsuspected people was booking into this hotel. And this page is TripAdvisor, and we can read the reviews. What is experience to book into a hotel where there is refugees housed? Stolen wallet. Very bad experience. Please beware of pickpockets. In excessively crowded elevator, someone took my wallet. The lady in front desk said, impossible in our hotel. I will avoid Radisson chain like a plug. Very nice experience. It's renewed 3 weeks ago only. Stolen wallet. You are going to holidays. Wallet full of money and it's gonna be stolen. Very nice experience. Never again. Little says it all went over to visit with friends that were staying here. The lobby was like a kindergarten. You could hardly hear yourself. The noise was a constant. One elevator not working and one was working, was being used as a toy by the kids pushing all the buttons, and a good luck complaining to front desk. Stay away. A friend and I made reservation for 2 families weekend getaway several weeks ago, and when I heard that what has been happening at this hotel, I decided to visit the hotel. All the comments about how bad this hotel became are true. Slow elevators, noise everywhere. What is interesting is every time a guest provides feedback, hotel respond with a very generic answer, not addressing the real concern. Hotel has seen better days. I had functioned at the hotel back in January, just seeing some recent news brought back some bad memories. The hotel needs some updating soon, and it's full of refugees, made the function at the hotel very uncomfortable and undesirable. Needless to say, I will never came back. A dangerous place. Had I known most of the hotel was accompanying refugees, I certainly wouldn't have booked here, and feel as though that's something the hotel should disclose to their customers before booking. Within our first 45 minutes of our stay, my wife was excuse me, my wife was accosted in the elevator by what she described as a man screaming a mixture of Arabic and English vulgarities while pointing to her chest. She was frightened and was about to hit the emergency call button when the elevator arrived in the lobby. He followed her through the lobby on her way to meet me outside while grabbing his genitals and continuing to mumble obscenities. He stopped following her when she passed through the main doors. Staff said there was nothing they can do and suggested we call the police, who directed us back to hotel staff. If for some bizarre reason you feel completely to stay here, be vigilant, and I don't suggest moving through the hotel corridors alone if you are a female. This is a dangerous place. All reviewers are correct. Stay at this property and it was horrible. I can understand why Radisson Chain is accepting these conditions to their valuable customers. It's old, it's dirty, it's full of homeless people, and when you must pay for parking. Worst hotel I ever stayed. Could not recommend to stay here. Shameful for the Radisson Group. Radisson stay. Hotel was hot. Air conditioning. Blah blah blah. Clock isn't working. So a lots of bad reviews. How it's gonna affect future business of this hotel? Absolutely disgusting this hotel. They are housing refugees and it is was madhouse with the kids running wild in the lobby and no respect for other people trying to use elevators. My family were to books to stay for 2 nights and left in the night early due to condition and atmosphere in the hotel. Agonizingly bad. Book it long in advance for 2 nights. The room was on the top floor corner, totally non-functioning air conditioning, one tiny window. When we complained, there was no other room, so they gave us one 10-inch fan and promised to service the air next day. Did not happen. Asked for someone later. A second fan was delivered. There was a charge of $8 a day for parking a broken asphalt lot. Okay. Never again. Oh, and the government had filled probably 90% of building with the refugees. Very good experience. Book elsewhere. Was in the past a good hotel. This is a long overdue phone grave. I believe it's only a few years away. Wrecking ball. One elevator was out of service. There's always like a issue with the elevator. I have no issues with refugees, but with approximately 35 children playing in halls and elevators, it does not bode well for business or vacational stays. If you fancy living in a bounce house, this is it. Great to terrible. Stay elsewhere. There are kids running the hallways, messing with the elevators. People are actually living in this hotel. One employee, some people have lived there for 1 year. This is not place to stay for a business traveler or anyone else for that matter. Go elsewhere. Don't do it. My cousin booked this hotel after seeing great reviews. We were so expected to stay here I could not wait. However, let me just say don't do it. When we arrived, we pull up and outside and there's a bunch of people playing soccer in the parking lot. We almost hit someone guy as he runs in front of the car and starts yelling at us. We felt horrible and thought nothing of it and apologized like crazy to him. Inside the maintenance and desk start screaming at kids who honestly were disrespectful and yelling in lobby. Only 2 elevators were working and it legit took us 40 minutes to go up. Blah 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 blah. Uh, the guy, my husband who works in air quality, okay, this air conditioning was not working. The guy then yells at me, my cousin and his wife saying, "What the fuck do you expect? It's a hotel full of refugees. Shut your mouth and be happy they even tired." It's a not hotel, it's a dirty hole scam. The hotel is everywhere, dirty and old, elevators not working. Worst of it, the hotel is full of refugees. They live there. So you will be you will have a lot of crying children everywhere. Blocked elevators if you're lucky. Oh my god, so nice reviews. Like 141 bad reviews, 138 poor reviews. Jesus wept. Worse than a nightmare. Honeymoon's thought, don't go there. Don't worth the money. We stay further away. Blah, blah, blah. Don't go there. Terrible and dirty. Never again. All the bad reviews back on. Check-in was great, fast and friendly. 10 feet to the elevators and it all go downhill. About 20 refugee families packing into elevators. One elevator broken. 10 minutes later finally get one. Packed in with 15 kids. Made sure to touch every button. Get to the room, check and no bugs go good. Then it finally gets better. The fire alarms goes off. Have to walk down 9 flights because some kid pulled the alarm. 30 minutes later, don't even think about an elevator. Walk up 9 stores. Ridiculous. Nice welcome to Canada, a free room at the Radisson. My parents landed in the 60s and has to find a place to live and find a job immediately. Make this hostel, not a Radisson. Oh, do not stay here. Avoid at all cost. Not for families nor single travelers. Stay away. If you have kids, do not stay here. I would seriously not recommend staying here with your family whatsoever. I try not to see the worst in evening everything, but this place was brutal. We stayed here out of necessity due to the ice storm stranding us. The room rate was not great. But I can understand that due is being last minute. However, my experience is that place was absolutely terrible and scary at times for my children. I will not sugarcoat this whatsoever. This hotel houses long-term refugees in the building. I have no issue with that. However, the behavior of few of these residents is why I am concerned writing this. I will start with the worst thing that happened. We were on the packet elevator, shoulder to shoulder with people. There were two mid-teens residents of the hotel there. They were constantly staring at my 7-year-old daughter and her friend who was 6. They looked them up and down and then turned to each other and said something. They then turned to my daughter and said, "You look very good. Very pretty girl here." Oh, I did I mention she was in her bathing suit. Completely unacceptable conduct. Encounters like this continued to the point I kept the girls in the room and didn't want them walking around with the hotel with me. These encounters were completely unavoidable as this place had one elevator working for the entire building. We were located on the 9th floor and waited up to 15 minutes for an elevator at the times, due to being literally shoved out of this way by residents staying here long term. Some of the children staying here would ride the elevator up and down, hitting all the buttons so it stopped constantly creating further delays. Very nice day. Ah, just getting ridiculous. Well, if you want, you can read these reviews for yourself. Like this hotel is called Radisson Hotel Toronto East. It only has 3.5 stars.